Tilt Janis.
Tilt Janis?
Amazing.
How cool were they?
They were brilliant, and I love the whole atmosphere there. When the crowd got up to dance, I swear there was guys there that could have been at Woodstock and they thought they were again.
Yeah, I agree.
That was absolutely brilliant.
I agree. Melissa Jubb, you close your eyes, you think you were listening to, you think you were listening to Janis herself.
You would.
The band behind her is just tight as a drum. They've got it all down pat. The venue, how great was that venue?
Oh, beautiful venue, yeah.
Fantastic.
I love the tables with the seats underneath.
Yes.
Very Japanese.
Yes. Lounges, the granite, the acoustics were fantastic. And just the band setup. I mean, they had a packed house there last night.
They did indeed.
And I'll tell you what, that whole house was jumping. I can't believe when they came on to do those encores, and just about every table was up dancing on that floor. I've never seen a crowd go off like that in such a small venue.
No, they did totally went off.
Back to the Electric Circus Festival Edition 2012. We are here in Sandalkas, Saldalken, and I'm sure that's pronounced totally different to what I just did, with Full Tilt Janis, who've just finished a spectacular set to an absolutely packed house here tonight as part of the Adelaide Fringe. And I'm speaking to Janis personified, this Mel Jubb. I'll call you Janis for the rest of the night, is that fine?
You can call me anything you like.
Okay, darling, I'm going to call you Janis.
Okay.
Okay, and mate, how have you found the show so far? Was this the first night tonight?
Yeah, first night, awesome. Crowd loved it. We loved the crowd. Yeah, band was smoking. It was really good.
We actually heard some of your set before, and may I have to say, I continue to be one of your greatest admirers, I have to say. Mm-hmm. You just totally personify when you get up there. You just become Janis, and it's just incredible to watch. What sort of started your fascination?
My mum got a Pearl album when I was about 11, and she got it for me and Bobby McGee, and she didn't like the rest of the songs, and I took the album and I just played it, and I just played it and played it and played it over the years, and I just, I watched footage of her, and I just totally addicted to her.
Okay, and the band sort of came together as part of the holding company?
Yeah, we great bunch of musicians. They were all hand-picked. I ragged their ass regularly. I don't let them get away with nothing. And, they're really good. Yeah.
I have to say, the sound's pretty authentic.
Thank you.
You've played, obviously, not just here. You've been playing all over the state.
Yeah.
What's some of the other venues you've played at so far?
Oh, we've played a lot of pubs around Adelaide. We've played up at Sedan. We've played up at Marook. We've played country areas and quite a few pubs around here. Played at the convention centre.
Okay, and you're going to continue this year too.
Yep.
You're planning to travel interstate at all?
Yeah, that's what we're lining up for. Yeah.
Okay, perhaps for the festival over in Melbourne.
Yeah, love to.
Man, how good would that be?
Awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
Awesome Melbourne crowd.
You would have to be the only Janis tribute band in Australia,
that I know of.
Yeah.
I've done some research and I haven't found any other bands, and I'd like to keep it that way. Thank you very much.
I don't think anyone else can. In fact, I happen to know, knowing you, that your fascination with Janis Joplin goes so far as you have some absolutely fantastic ink.
Yes, I do.
You actually have
showed you, but I don't want to expose my.
We are PG.
Knickers.
Yeah, we are PG, so we.
I have a big tat right on the top of my leg of Janis that I got done a little while ago. That's my pride and joy.
Man, that's dedication.
Yeah,
that's absolute dedication.
Love her. Absolutely love her.
And the band here, I do know most of them. I have to say, I know Mick is next year.
Yep.
Mick's your drummer.
Drums, yeah.
Absolute madman on the drums.
Yeah.
And mate, it's actually really great to see you wearing shoes tonight, Mick. I have to say, it's.
I do regularly. It's a special occasion. Occasionally wear shoes.
I think it's actually the first time I've seen you wearing shoes. To be quite. It's the first time you've actually been better dressed than me.
Yeah. I had one of those tops on last time I saw you.
Yeah, I think you did. I actually think this is from your collection.
Yeah.
And we got Leo on the end there, the bass man, and Leo as I say, Reed gets into his role as well. And
Right.
God, how long have you been with the band now, Leo?
2 years, I think.
2 years?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, around about 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe about 2 years.
And this strapping gentleman here is not one I've actually met before.
No, I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave, how you going?
Nice to meet
Dave?
you.
Yeah.
No,
You're wailing the sax out pretty early
I
there.
have a bit of, well, I own a saxophone. I wouldn't say I'm a great saxophone player, but I've had one for 30 years, but
Yes.
she's whipped me into gear, so I've had to do a little bit of,
I tell you what,
Well,
it's one of the best harp players in Adelaide.
oh, yeah. Well, you're wailing the harp there, man, towards the end.
Yeah, well, that's something I know how many harmonicas got thrown out the window of when I was young. When I first started playing, I used to go on these surf trips with my mates, and I used to practice while we're going over the peninsula. And I know we never get there before the harp would be thrown out the window. They were sick of it, so it's cost me a fortune. But I finally got a few chops together,
Fantastic. And of course, in the back here, we've got the keyboard extraordinaire, Chris. How you going, Chris? We have played before. I seem to remember when I was pretending to provide backing vocals. We won't talk about that. And oh, what are you doing, man? That was running a mark. That stage was dry before. And at the back here, we've got the Axeman, Tito. How you going, Tito? Not too bad, mate. I think this is probably the first time I've seen you actually performing with the band. No. Actually, I saw you at Brahma Lodge once. I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Great guitarist.
Yeah, look, man, it's all good. As I said, the house was absolutely jumping. We got some footage before, and we had to get high because we couldn't see over the crowd that was on the dance floor. So, man, that's always just fantastic to see.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll finish up. You're obviously knackered. You want to keep going. You've still got a little bit left in the bottle.
Still got bits.
So you've obviously got some, you got some drinking to do and some winding down to do, I imagine. So we're going to keep going.
Elixir.
That's your magic singy juice.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Janis.
Thank you.
And the rest of the holding company. They've actually been fantastic. And once again, we're going to sign off. This is Wayne, the strongman from the Electric Circus, saying thank you very much and good night.